You think a supermarket makes money selling you food. It barely does. On $1 of groceries, big grocers' filings show the store often keeps only a few cents. The milk may be priced at or below cost on purpose. The real profit is hiding in plain sight. In who pays for the shelf, in the store's own brand, and in the little plastic loyalty card in your wallet. Here's how a supermarket really makes money. The obvious story is simple. The store buys food wholesale, marks it up, and sells it to you. Stack enough sales, keep the lights on, pocket the difference. And supermarkets do move staggering volumes. A big chain rings up tens of billions of dollars a year. So you'd assume the profits are huge. But here's the catch, the margin is tiny. Big US grocers run on razor-thin net margins, often just a couple of %. That means on a $100 shop, after paying for the food, the staff, the rent, the refrigeration, the spoilage, the chain might keep $1 or $2. Groceries are perishable, competition is brutal, and shoppers compare prices to the cent. One bad quarter, one price war with the store across the street, and that thin margin vanishes. So here's the real puzzle. How does an industry that keeps pennies on the dollar of food build enormous, durable, century-old companies? The answer is that the food on the shelf is not really the product. You are. Or more precisely, your foot traffic, your data, and the shelf itself are the products. And the people paying full price for them aren't the shoppers. They're the brands. Start with the shelf itself. You might assume the products are arranged for your convenience or by what sells best. In many stores, placement is also shaped by who paid. Brands commonly pay the supermarket for where their product sits. That spot at eye level, where your gaze naturally lands, that end cap at the head of the aisle, that rack right at the checkout where your kids grab candy. Those positions can be sold. They're called slotting fees, and they're significant enough that the FTC studied them as a competitive force, examining whether they can shut smaller brands out of the shelf. Think about what that means. The brand isn't just selling you cereal. It's renting space in your line of sight, paying the store up front whether you buy it or not. Next, the store's own brand. Look at the packaging that quietly imitates the name brand sitting right beside it, for $1 less. When you buy the store, label cereal instead of the famous one, the supermarket keeps a much bigger slice of that sale. Because there's no national advertiser, no marketing budget, no middleman taking a cut. The store controls the whole chain. Private label is growing fast. It can run into the tens of billions for a single chain, and it earns far more per item than the branded product next to it. Now the loss leaders. The gallon of milk priced suspiciously low. The $5 rotisserie chicken that costs more to make than it sells for. The bananas, the eggs, the cheap soda out front. Those are bait, sometimes sold at or below cost on purpose. And notice where they put the milk at the very back of the store. So to reach the one cheap thing you came for, you walk past everything profitable. The whole floor plan is a funnel. Here's the piece that quietly turned the grocery business into a tech business. That loyalty card you swipe for the discount. The discount is the price. You're paying with your data. Every basket you fill tells the chain exactly what you buy, when you buy it, how often, what you bought together, and crucially, what you'll switch to when something goes on sale. That is a goldmine of consumer behavior, the kind of data brands would kill for. Kroger built an entire analytics arm around exactly this, a whole data science subsidiary, plus a business that sells those insights and adds space straight back to the brands. Think about how perfectly closed that loop is. The brand pays the store for the shelf. The brand pays the store for the loyalty data about who actually picks the product up. And then the brand pays the store a third time to advertise to those same shoppers. On the store's app, on the website, on the screens at the register, even on the receipt. This is called retail media, and it has become one of the highest margin lines in the entire company. Selling ads is far richer than selling groceries. There's no spoilage, no refrigeration, almost no cost of goods. The supermarket realized it was sitting on something far more valuable than food, a river of foot traffic, and a mountain of purchase data, both of which it can sell over, and over to the brands that desperately need them. So line it up. The food barely breaks even. Sometimes it's sold at a loss to get you through the door. The real money is the brand paying for the shelf, the fat margin on the store's own label, and above all, selling your shopping data and add space back to the brands. A supermarket isn't really a food store. It's a high-traffic advertising platform that happens to sell groceries to generate the traffic and the data. Once you see this, the pattern is everywhere. When the visible product earns pennies, Look for who's quietly paying on the other side. That's the whole channel. The money is never where they point you. See you in the next case.